The Simpsons have done it again. But this time, it's terrifying. Over the years, The Simpsons has built a bizarre reputation, from predicting Donald Trump's presidency, to showing smartwatches before they existed, to eerily accurate portrayals of events no one could have seen coming. The show has gone beyond satire. It's become a blueprint for the future. But lately, fans have been pointing out something even more disturbing. Clues scattered across episodes that suggest The Simpsons may have predicted World War III. Coincidence? Clever writing? Or something darker? Let's break it down, because what you're about to see might just blow your mind. The Simpsons' track record is creepy accurate. Let's be clear, The Simpsons isn't just a funny cartoon. It's a show that's been running for over 30 years, and it's made dozens of predictions that have come true. Trump as president, predicted in 2000. The invention of FaceTime, 1995. The Disney-Fox merger, shown in 1998. Even the rise of AI and ChatGPT, hinted at in multiple episodes as early as 2012. So when The Simpsons starts showing images of nuclear war, international conflict, global collapse, people pay attention, because their predictions, they hit too close to home. Season 9, Episode 1, The City of New York versus Homer Simpson. Let's rewind to 1997. An episode features a seemingly random sign, New York $9, next to a giant image of the Twin Towers. What does that look like? September 11th, 4 years before the attacks. No one noticed it at the time, but after 2001, that image felt prophetic, a chilling coincidence, or a glimpse into a future no one saw coming. That episode opened the floodgates for people reanalyzing old clips, and what they found later about World War predictions. It's even more chilling. Season 15, Episode 3. The President Wore Pearls. In this episode, Lisa becomes president of the student body and ends up causing a military mobilization through her reforms. But the weird part? She wears a pink suit eerily similar to the outfit worn by Vice President Kamala Harris years later. And the classroom begins to look more like a war room, with maps, battleships, and nuclear references. One line stands out. We've entered a permanent wartime economy. That's not satire. That's a line you'd expect from a Cold War briefing. Coincidence? Or was it forecasting what could happen when politics and pressure collide? Season 23, Episode 22. Lisa Goes Gaga. This is the episode most fans overlook, but in the background, a news ticker scrolls. Doomsday Clock ticks closer to midnight. In reality, the Doomsday Clock is a symbolic clock created by atomic scientists. The closer it gets to midnight, the closer humanity is to global catastrophe. In 2023, the real-world Doomsday Clock moved to 90 seconds to midnight, the closest it has ever been. The reason? Tensions between superpowers, nuclear threats, war in Europe. So when The Simpsons casually mentions it years in advance, it starts to feel less like a joke and more like a warning. The episode that showed the apocalypse. In Season 24, Episode 9, titled Homer Goes to Prep School, the entire storyline revolves around Homer preparing for the end of the world. He joins a group of doomsday preppers, and the city descends into chaos. Food runs out, power collapses, society crumbles. What's the cause? A coordinated global cyber attack. Fast forward to today, and cybersecurity experts are warning of the exact same thing. Governments are stockpiling digital weapons. Countries are launching silent, invisible attacks on infrastructure. This episode didn't feel like a cartoon. It felt like a test run. Season 25, Episode 16. You don't have to live like a referee. In this episode, Homer goes to a foreign country to referee the World Cup, but chaos erupts. The streets are filled with protesters. political instability breaks out. But one line, one image, it's what fans are obsessing over. A shot of a red-button nuclear suitcase in the background, and someone pressing it as a joke. But what's weird, in that exact year, 2014, global news started covering increasing concerns about rogue nuclear actors and outdated command systems. It was like The Simpsons dropped a visual warning, and the real world caught up to it almost instantly. Predicting conflict with Russia and China. In multiple episodes across different seasons, The Simpsons has shown the U.S. in direct confrontation with either Russia or China, sometimes through subtle maps, other times through characters like generals, spies, or military build-up montages. One episode even featured Russia reactivating the Soviet Union, complete with tanks and a wall rising from the ground. It was funny in 2005. In 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, not so funny anymore. And now, with tensions between the US, Russia, and China escalating daily, these images feel less like fiction and more like premonition. Springfield, or the future. Look closely, and you'll realize Springfield has always been a reflection of society. An average town, caught in the middle of everything from pop culture to geopolitics. But in recent years, Springfield has become a stage for global disaster. Martial law, empty grocery stores, blackouts, foreign attacks, not in one episode, ihashtainid in dozens. Why? Why does a satirical cartoon keep showing the same storyline over and over again? Collapse, conflict, chaos. It's almost like the writers are preparing us, or warning us, of what's coming. Are the writers just that smart? Or is something else going on? Some say the writers of The Simpsons are just highly intelligent, plugged-in individuals who know how to exaggerate current trends. Others? They believe something stranger is at play. Are these just creative guesses? Or is there a source of insider knowledge? Former writers have worked in Washington, some in media, some have access to people the public never sees. And what if they're not just joking, but leaking pieces of what they know through comedy? It wouldn't be the first time entertainment was used to mask truth. The World War III final scene. Theory. One fan theory that's been gaining traction is known as the final scene theory. It suggests that The Simpsons will end with the world descending into war, and that this final episode has already been written but not aired. Hints have been sprinkled throughout the series, countdowns, maps, clocks, warnings. What if The Simpsons is playing the long game? And when they air their final episode, it won't be funny. It'll be a message? Too far-fetched? Maybe. But when a cartoon has predicted presidents, viruses, disasters, and war, you start to question what's too far anymore. What if it's not just a cartoon anymore? Here's the truth. We don't know if The Simpsons actually predicts the future, or if the world just happens to catch up to its wildest ideas. But one thing's clear. When a show consistently predicts events that shift the entire world, we can't just brush it off. And now, with signs pointing toward rising global tensions, weapons being stockpiled, and alliances being tested, the idea of World War III feels less like fiction and more like a headline waiting to happen. So the next time you see Homer in a bunker or a mushroom cloud rising behind Springfield, ask yourself, is this still comedy or a warning we refuse to take seriously?